right, what is up you guys, and welcome back, and thank you for clicking on today's video. So this is not actually a fishing video, but this is a redfish recipe video because I know some of you guys like those out there, and this one is actually going to be pretty good. So a few weeks ago, my dad went down wherever he went fishing down in Corpus, and he caught himself a limited redfish. So today we're going to be making redfish on the half shell with a crab meat cream sauce. The other day I made a Cajun crab meat sauce. Today this one's not Cajun, it's white wine, butter, all the good stuff, but it's gonna be delicious. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna show y'all everything we're doing to make this, and hopefully y'all can recreate it, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So stay tuned and let's do it. All right, so we have our redfish right here, seasoned it up with some Cajun seasoning of your choice. And we're gonna start it on the really hot grill, meat side down. That is the key right here. Put it meat side down and then finish it on the scales after you get a nice little color on the meat. So we're gonna throw these on, and it shouldn't take but probably about 3 minutes on the meat side, and then maybe 7-8 minutes on the scales, depending on how thick the fillets are. These are pretty thick, so I don't know, about 10-15 minutes to cook the fish and it'll be perfect. We're also throwing on some redfish throats, which if you guys have not had redfish throats before, they are one of the best pieces of the redfish, probably one of my favorite. The consistency of the redfish throats is a lot like crab meat, super dense, super flavorful. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes cooking the redfish on the meat side, and they are ready to flip. We're just looking for some grill marks, a little bit of color. As you can see, those look great. Now that we have all of the fillets flipped, we're just gonna let them cook for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and they should be done. Remember, fish does not take long to cook. If you cook it too long, it'll be chewy, it'll be dry. You don't want any of that. You want flakiness and moist fish. So a few minutes on this side, add a little bit of garlic Parmesan butter on top. But while that is going on, let's go ahead and go inside and make this sauce. So the first thing to make the sauce is to add in some bacon. So right here I have, I believe it's like 4 pieces of bacon chopped up, and we're just trying to get the grease out of these, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in the white wine, and that's gonna break it all up from the bottom of the pan, and that's gonna be the start of our sauce. Now we just let that cook down until we get a lot of grease in the bottom. All right, so we have our bacon done here. As you can see, all the grease in there, and we got that bacon super crispy, a little bit more crispy than I like, but it's still gonna work for the sauce. The next step is to add in some white wine, and I'm not doing any exact measurements here, but we're just gonna be doing it by eye. So we're gonna add the pan, and what that's gonna do is deglaze the pan, and it's also gonna be the base for our sauce. So a little bit of white wine, keep that moving, and we're gonna go ahead and reduce that, let the alcohol cook out of it. Thicken it up a little bit. And then we're just completely making this by eye, and I'm just adding random stuff in here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of cream or milk. We don't have cream, here's my grandpa back here. And we're gonna add some onion and some garlic. And there's a lot of steam going on right here. We got stuff boiling, but just stick with us. So we're gonna let that reduce. It should take about 2 or 3 minutes, not too long, and then we'll start adding the rest of the ingredients. So our wine is reduced here. The next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and add in our butter. So we're just gonna do a few sticks at a time, and the most important part here is to keep stirring it. This will keep it from separating, and it'll make it nice and smooth. So might take a few minutes here, but a few pieces of butter, let them melt down. After that, we're gonna add in our garlic. We have like 3 cloves here, and then our onion. We're not gonna use all that. We're just gonna use maybe, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. So we'll just shovel some in there. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna add to our sauce, which honestly does not look too good right now, is going to be some lemon juice. So we had a couple squirts of that. That's gonna add some acidity, and it's gonna help take away from the bitterness of that crispy bacon and that wine. Okay, so we're back out at the grill now. The sauce is pretty much done. The only thing we have to do is add a little bit of cream to thicken it up, but the fish is also done. So we're out here to take the fish off. Let's take a look at it. So the last thing we do before we take the fish off is add some garlic Parmesan butter. And this is from H-E-B right here. But if you don't have an H-E-B, or if you don't want to go buy it, you can definitely make your own compound butter. All you have to do is set out some butter to soften, add in a little bit of garlic, some Parmesan cheese, and then some parsley or whatever for color. But you just add a few dollops of these on each fish. That'll melt down, keep it super moist, and also just add an awesome flavor from that garlic and Parmesan. And don't mind the hand going in there. We don't have a spoon right now.
We washed our hands.
The hands are washed, don't worry about it. Okay, so now that we have everything else added in there, we have 2 more ingredients. One of those is going to be some milk and then the crab meat. Now, we would like to add some heavy cream. We don't have some heavy cream. Improvise with some milk. If it is not thick enough after we add this, do not be scared to add some cornstarch and cold water. That'll thicken it up. All we're trying to do here is give it a creamier texture. We're gonna pour that in there. And then like I always say, most importantly, keep it stirring. We're trying to make a cream sauce here, so keep it all stirring, keep it moving. Don't want anything to separate. You want it all to blend together nicely. Add the rest of that milk. And at this point, you want your temperature to be low. Doesn't need to be too hot. We're just trying to keep it warm here. So we've taken it off the heat here. It's starting to look better than it was. We're gonna add in the crab meat. So, oh, that all came out. All right, all 8 ounces of crab there, stirred in. Just make sure you don't stir it too much, or that lump crab meat will turn into little bitty pieces, and it'll be more like shredded crab. But that's it, guys. We'll see how it looks and decide if we need to add some cornstarch to thicken it up. All right, so our sauce is done here, but between the last time you saw me and right now, it's been about 10 minutes, maybe 15, and I've done a couple changes. So one thing I did, like I said, I added some cornstarch and water to thicken it up, and then I also added some grated Parmesan cheese to thicken it up. Not what I planned on doing, but because we didn't have the cream, that definitely helped it too. So the other good thing too is that you can put this on fish, you can put this on asparagus, you can put this on whatever you want. Y'all check it out though. A nice creamy, cheesy now crab sauce. You got the bacon bits in there and all the crab mixed in. I think it's gonna be good. Let's try it out. Sorry guys, lots of stuff going on in the background, Memorial Day weekend, but that's a meal for y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already. If you are, thank you guys so much. Try this recipe out. I guarantee it's gonna be good. And that's all I have for you today. So until next time, peace. Woo.